he had gathered much, you see, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, timber, and so on. So, 1 Chronicles 29th chapter says, Wherefore David blessed the Lord before all the congregation, and David said, Blessed be thou, Lord God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory, the victory and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all. All things belong to you. Now the 12th verse says, And in thine hand it is to make great and give strength to all. Both riches and honor come of you. Now the 14th verse says, But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of you, and of thine own have we given you. You see, we often think, hey, I gave a great donation to God. That's really absurd, you know. It's like saying, I often make fun of some people, you know, the dowry system. You may not have heard of it, but there is a measure of dowry system in many parts of the world. Well, it goes like this. You see, I'm going to marry this girl, but oh, she has got a rich father. So, certainly he should supply all the furniture. He should furnish our house. He should buy me a fine automobile, or he should give me something for taking this girl off his hands, you know, and off the shelf. So he had better give me something. I've often said to some of those fellows, you need to return the money which you took to your father-in-law. And you know how many people have done it? Greed, even in marriage. What's that? I can't understand. I recall when we were married, my dad said to my mother-in-law, my dad was not a very rich person, but he said to my mother-in-law, lady, don't worry about the expenses of the wedding, the reception, or whatever. I will bear that bill. If you have nothing, don't worry, because my father-in-law was not forthcoming to help his wife at the wedding. And so, you know, they all felt, here is this daughter of ours, we educated her, and she's a medical doctor, and this papa, this guy who is just a mere preacher, what kind of son-in-law does he make? Well, of course, I was no more than a poor preacher. But my riches were in Jesus Christ. Folks, that's the kind of greed, that's the kind of mind that goes in. Here, King David says, we are giving you what is your own. You gave it to us anyway. There's no question of my giving you something. This is yours. We are giving you no more than your own. All right. You know, my wife reminded me that 20 years ago in the middle of the night, I was dying of a heart attack. And 20 years ago, to whom do I owe my breath? And this morning I was reminded again of the fact that in the Cleveland Heart Clinic, when I wanted to express myself to the doctors, that's as recently as in August last, I could not even speak because half my larynx, my sound box, was paralyzed. And the dear Lord restored my voice. So, who gave it to me in the first place? It was Jesus. It was God. So what's the point of my saying, hey, Lord, I'm giving my voice to you? Many years ago, my father had a great test. When he called for a retreat for the converted people, which means an unspecified number of people would be our guests, for 15 days. And my dad said, free boarding and lodging for everybody. Well, my dad had some money. He took it out and used it for that first retreat, at which there were no more than 120 or 30 people. And then came the time, you know, my father had put a little money for the education, this college education of his children. So when Dad said to God, but how am I going to have this retreat? I don't have money. What's that money there? Oh, that's for my children, Lord. You mean to say I can take care of you and not your children? So Dad pulled out that money and used it for the retreats, the early retreats, till it was all exhausted. The day I was joining a premier university, I did not have the fees for my course. That morning, someone put an envelope in my mother's hands and said, this is for Joe. There was just enough money there to pay my fees. What a faithful God. And today it's not 120, but we are expecting something like 8,000 people.